Oh, hey there and welcome. Ooh, that's a sweet, sweet sound today. To the Ope-Eh Three-Way Pro Wrestling Podcast on this episode 80. We are entering the 80s. Pierce, I wasn't born in the 80s. I'm an old fuck on this stream, but
the only person that was part of the 80s is the one guy that wasn't here. So
like every episode,
we'll see you soon.
We give our regards and our well wishes and our deepest
I'm working
love.
on my flight and my hotel for Toronto in the summer. So
I got to get my passport, but it'll happen.
I got to re-up mine. It shouldn't take too long. But
yeah.
How are you today, Brandon?
You know, I'm doing actually really damn good. Work's busy, but it's a good kind of busy. You know, got me a Little Liney's Barrel Ale. Bought it for $11 less than I would have bought it over at AmFam. So. Yeah, Go Brew Crew. We're actually off to a pretty good start. Pierce, how about you? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm not enjoying the back and forth weather, but that comes with the territory of Wisconsin and the Midwest.
Yep, on Wisconsin, brother.
We're expecting freezing rain tomorrow, so I brought my stuff home to possibly work remote, which if that happens, this episode will get up midday tomorrow, which would be nice. But
hey, silver lining.
I mean, I'm doing good. You know, I'm looking at, like I said, I'm looking at the Canada trip. Hopefully SummerSlam tickets get posted soon. I would like to get that locked and loaded because it's a skip jump. But today we are not alone. We only had one. All the episodes for up to Mania and now post Mania. Pluggo will be joining us for the Mania review, which always excited to have Pluggo. He kicks down the door whenever he fucking wants. Love you, Pluggo.
Yep.
But today I'm gonna let you introduce this man because you follow his career pretty extensively.
Oh yeah. So coming off a match with Marco Modelo coming up soon also this April. He can tell you more about it because he is the Brew City Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Big Jon Crowley. Mr. DeFalco,
how's it going,
if you're watching this,
welcome
it's going great.
John.
Mr. DeFalco, that wasn't my audition. Don't base my announcing career off of that clip.
You got to put a little more oomph behind it.
Yeah, I got to get more guttural. You're right.
You did good. It did good. It was a great.
Potatoes.
All right, yeah.
Coming to the Ope-Eh Three-Way stage, the current heavyweight champion of Brew City Wrestling, Big Jon Crowley.
The guy.
There we go. Yeah, that gets hyped.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right.
Big Jon, how you doing today, big man?
Oh, you know, hanging in there, tired. I got making a trip to Kansas City tomorrow, so.
Oh, shoot.
We're driving. Yeah, just a family trip. Gonna be driving a lot, so.
That's a drive, yeah.
That is a drive.
Like Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Mo?
Mo, Missouri. The Missouri side. It's family is all on that side.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I got family down in Missouri too. It's that Illinois part isn't easy, but everything past that's pretty all right.
No, hopefully we're in Racine, so hopefully we're going a different route, so it won't have to go down and then over. Like that's what I want to avoid. No, completely relate to that. Well, Big Jon, very, very glad you could join us today, sir. Why don't you just a brief little snippet? Why don't you let the people know a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what you do? Big Jon Crowley. Been wrestling for 19 years now.
Wow.
19th year. Started in 2007 with a group of kids. There's probably about 20 of us. And now there's 3. Me, Mason Conrad, and Joey Barks.
Wow.
The lone survivors of the wrestle gang back from high school.
Wow. That's impressive, though. Good on you, man.
Yeah, 19 years.
Thank you. I try. So the key is just knowing your body and when to slow it down.
Yeah, I just hit 36. I don't know about you. I just turned 36, and it's one of those drop-off years, apparently.
35 was probably when I started noticing my body was like, we gotta you got to make some changes.
Gotta pump the brakes.
Yeah, I'm turning 37 on Saturday.
Oh,
good
happy
shit.
early birthday.
All right, brother.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah.
I turned 30 in about 3 weeks here, so.
Yeah? Oh, man. You'll be in the club soon.
Age right there.
Yeah. We're going to welcome you. We're going to usher you in with full colors, Pierce. It's going to be a time.
It will be.
What do you got drinking over there? I should have brought something.
Good. No, it's just a little barrelman ale.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I figured I'd just run over by the Quick Trip before I get in, and like I was saying to Pierce, like it's like you're saving $10 buying it that way versus like if I'm just going over to the game and enjoying. Last one time I had one of these, I think was at a game, and I was hurting. It was a delicious beer, but I was crying on the inside.
It's always cheaper at Miller Park than any other stadium too. So it's like, and I won't call it what it's called now. It's Miller Park, and will always forever be Miller Park.
Just like the Sears Tower is not the Willis Tower. It'll never be the Willis Tower. It's always going to be the Sears
whatever
Tower.
It is now. Yeah.
So big thing for today is we're going to talk about Brew City Wrestling. We're going to talk about Big John's career, and then we got the last of I believe it would be the first part of the Sweet 16 for the Panamania.
Yeah, we're trucking along, brother.
Last week, and of course, Mania 31 going to the championship, most likely, probably, hopefully. But before that, I got a couple of other Manias to talk about while we quick dive into the past. So enjoy this beautiful music.
You think you know me?
On this day in professional wrestling history, we've got 5 Manias, actually, because one of them was split. Mania 6, Sky Dome in Toronto. Obviously, this is known for Warrior and Hogan. Intercontinental Champion versus WWF Championship. Title for title, and Warrior come out on top in a very, very good match that I don't think anybody expected to be that good of a match, because it wasn't two guys known for work rate, but known for character work and pomp and circumstance, but they pulled out a fucking classic.
Yeah, it was looking like a generational torch pass too until all the drama that happened, and then we get Hogan revisited for another 3 Manias after that. Thereabout. Yeah.
So he was champ. He won the championship at 7, wasn't champ at 8, but somehow main evented against Sid, and then was the best friend ever to Bret Hart, and was like, "Oh, I guess I can just win the title from Yokozuna that you just lost.
Let me just take your title, brother." Yeah.
And then
very Hogan coded.
In arguably, and a lot of people don't argue it, the greatest WrestleMania of all time, X7, TLC 2, Shane and Vince with Linda's Monster Pop, Rock Austin 2, Hardcore Triple Threat. Like, what more could you want in a WrestleMania? It is. I
mean, there was a lot that it was given.
It is the climax and ending of the Attitude Era, and it just went out with a bang. In a banger. Mania 23.
I didn't hear the match. Which match was it?
So Mania X7 was Shane and Vince with that just crazy hardcore match. The triple hardcore match with Big Show, Kane, Raven.
Okay.
TLC 2, and then obviously ends with Rock Austin with the Austin heel turn as well. So.
I just watched that one. I had someone walk past and they were like, "What's going on here?" I was like, "Austin doing the biggest heel turn of the century."
Literally.
Yeah.
You shook hands
shaking hands with the devil. Yep.
Jump ahead was a time. Years. Mania 23 in Detroit. Very, very fun show. I'll talk about the 2 quote-unquote main events. Undertaker would become 15-0 at WrestleMania, defeating Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship in a fucking banger. And then in the main event, John Cena and Shawn Michaels would also have a banger. And they were tag team champs at the time. Shawn was still rolling DX gear, coming out to the DX music, which because Triple H got hurt earlier in the year, and then they pivoted from Triple H Cena 2 to this, and I think this is probably the better idea anyway. Very, very fun show. And of course, who can forget the Battle of the Billionaires between the current president, Donald Trump, and Vince McMahon.
It was a great WrestleMania. Loved it. Paid for half of it myself. Vince will never tell you that. He'll never tell you that. I'm brushing up on my Trump impression, if you can't tell.
It's
good. You got the cadence. You got the
break
cadence.
that out every so often.
You
Yeah.
also got to do the hand motion where it's always like this. Just
Everybody says it.
we'll jump ahead 5 years, maybe 28. Another very fun show. End of an era. Hell in a Cell. Triple H versus Undertaker. Shawn Michaels in the special guest spot. Just a beautiful, beautiful match. Sheamus would ruin the show from the start by beating Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds and making me very sad.
My God, that's right.
Yeah.
Big John
I
agrees.
just remember. I remember the moan heard around the world.
Yeah, all your indie fans are probably just like pissing their pants,
my God,
shitting themselves. Yeah. I mean, I was one of them. I mean, it was hard enough watching him settled with AJ for a bit. Like, I thought that was kind of taking him down, but then that happened. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Triple H's boy too. You know,
somebody
it's,
like Bryan Danielson, and you know somebody like Sheamus, two guys that can fucking go. You're like, one of the two world title matches is just gonna end in 20 seconds. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
No,
it doesn't make sense. Didn't make sense now. Like,
it's just an old man and friggin' down his Iron Fist, basically.
Yeah. We'll jump ahead to 2016. This was not WrestleMania. This was NXT TakeOver Dallas. I'm going to talk about two matches from this card. In the main event, Finn Balor would retain the NXT title, defeating Samoa Joe. Awesome match. But that's not really what this show is known for. Well, number one, the show is known for beating Mania out of the water by being how good compared to how fucking terrible Mania 32 is. And then Shinsuke Nakamura would make his WWE and NXT debut in an absolute classic against Sami Zayn. It's the most New Japan match that I think WWE and NXT, for that matter, ever put on. And it's just beautiful wrestling. That's all it was.
I had such goosebumps, man. I remember the only way I really got to watch Nakamura matches at that time were like, and it was on 420 Chan. It was like some streaming site based out of Canada. Shouts to you, Don. I know you had no part of it, and there's a lot that went on with that site. That's kind of criminal, but at the time it hosted a lot of really good wrestling streams, and I remember watching like so many good matches from like Wrestle Kingdoms of past. Like, that's how I actually got introduced. Speaking of Finn Balor, that's how I found out about him, because I watched his match with Kota Ibushi as Prince Devitt when he first put on the paint at Wrestle Kingdom 8. And that, talk about a banger. That was but this isn't the New Japan stream today. This is, we're just kind of talking again about. But Nakamura, man, like watching him, it was surreal watching him come from that to the WWE. And yeah, it's been up and down with Nakamura, but I'm still hoping for at least one championship.
That first match, man, it's just everything you want and then some. And then
I agree.
2023 Mania 39 night one. Donnie was at this show. It's known for the burial of Austin Theory, and that was a real burial, Brandon. It wasn't a fake one like what happened to Gunther.
It wasn't a burial. Not at that time.
That was a burial.
Cena just cursed him, that's all. He just like proto Danhausen his ass.
I would call that a burial.
I mean, he's not
it's
much
really
better
known
off.
for two matches. Probably the greatest singles women's match in Mania history with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. Fucking banger. And then the main event, 5 stars from Meltzer. Usos versus KO and Sami Zayn with the tag titles on the line. First time that the tag titles ever main evented Mania. I doubt we'll ever see it again, but this is a story that absolutely deserved the main event, and they completely blew out all my expectations. I expected a story-heavy, beautiful match, and we got that and then some.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then, of course, happy birthday to the Viper, the Apex Predator, legend killer. Please bring back Burning My Light one more time, Randy Orton.
Oh, I don't think Burn My Light's coming back. I understand your fondness for it, and a man can dream.
Look,
maybe for the Hall of Fame.
Like they could start the song with the big hey, or the drums, and then the big hey, and then cut right back into
pop the people.
If he can do one more entrance with it, and then the original pyro that came down, like
I mean, they could run the sparks just with the "I Hear Voices" song.
Oh yeah, easily.
The sparks are amazing.
Yeah,
they should have never got rid of those sparks.
Yeah, I liked like the Golden Ray. That was definitely a highlight.
That was it.
I liked it when Christian did it too. Back in the day.
Don't get me wrong. I love Voices, but like it's my nostalgia brain, and it is just a really good song, "Burning My Light." And I understand post 09, keep Voices. That makes sense to me. When he becomes this evil, maniacal, just worst person in the world, Voices make sense. But like young dickhead legend killer Randy Orton, "Burning My Light" was just so perfect.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely. It's just a part of his evolution too.
Hey, I see what you did there. I see you, Big John.
And that's not to say that the Evolution theme wasn't also a banger, because it was. Randy
I love the Evolution theme.
He's had
its own swag.
He's had the Evolution theme. He had "Burning My Light." He had CM Punk's original WWE.
I'll say, yeah, he had that for a second.
One night, for whatever reason, he had Killswitch.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Yeah, that was back when he was on.
When did
I want to say that was
SmackDown. It came out one night.
It was an actual show, not a house show or something. It was an actual. I do not remember that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd be hitting the head too much, I guess. Wow.
Fire Burns, and it looks weird. It's a weird combo, but we're not going to not say that's not a banger, because
right. Yeah. No, that's a great song.
But Brandon, I'm going to let you take the wheels. You know a little bit more about Brew City than I do, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've been following Brew City for a bit. I was actually looking to jump into it for myself for a little bit. Kind of full disclosure, I was looking at the Thumper's Den a little close. I sent out an email to, I want to say, I don't think it was Frankie. Who's running the Thumper's Den right now, John?
What's the Thumper's Den? Oh, their training facility. I am not sure. I haven't gone out there. I haven't gone out there. One of these nights I'll have to get out there. It's just my life's been a little too hectic to even be able to get myself to a training ring and try to get something done. Lately I've been trying to get down because I go to Gali, the guy who runs Gali Lucha Libre. This is where I got my start, so that's always where I tend to end up rolling around or going back to and trying to help the luchas and stuff because I know both styles. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly who they got training over there.
No shit, you know a bit of lucha, hey? I was gonna ask you too because I figured I've
spent. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask because I was watching your match with Marco Modelo that you posted up on YouTube, and I'm seeing you hitting these arm drags, right? And I figure I was gonna ask you if you figure yourself more like a brawler or a tech guy, right? But then hearing
it's more at this stage, more brawling. I mean, once my adrenaline kicks in, I can get going, you know? It's more my worry is after the fact when the adrenaline's gone and my body's like, come on, dude.
What the fuck were you
your body catches up to you. It's like, I was talking with, I went to, what is that, Great Lakes show a couple weeks ago, and I was talking to Cal Hero. Me and him are pretty good buds. And my buddy had never been to a wrestling show, and I brought him along with me. And
that's always the best. The first time, oh my god.
We were talking about the ring, and I was like, what do you think that ring is? Because, obviously, me and him are a little more experienced and maybe a little, educated fan, for lack of a better term. And he's like, it's probably it's a big cushion. And I was like, that's not what it is at all. It's 2x8s and then a small pad and a canvas. And he just didn't believe me.
A lot of people get surprised.
As we were talking,
they think it's a trampoline.
And I was like, I told you, 2x8s. And he's like, okay. And Cal's like, I swear, man, that padding gets thinner every week.
Yeah, it's no joke. The amount of people, I understand not knowing wrestling, but to think that it's just like a big fluffy trampoline or something, it's insane to me. Even when I started training, we were bumping in a boxing ring.
Oh,
So there's even less.
worse.
There's even less give. There's not a spring in the middle. There's a post in the middle keeping the center up in those ones. So at least the wrestling ring doesn't have that, but it's still just metal across, metal for the frame, 8x10 across, and then if you're lucky, you get something about as thick as a wrestling mat, which is nice. But I mean, the bigger the ring, the better the bump. I usually generally am inside like 16 to 18 foot rings. And the smaller it gets, I mean, the closer to the middle you want it to be, because it's just a harsh bump anywhere outside the center, and the smaller it gets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like extended aprons. It's just the apron just gets closer and closer. It's like, that's the hardest part of the ring. I don't know if we were aware of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I heard someone shout that at the last show. I took a bump on it. And there, I hit the mat, and all I heard was, "That's the hardest part of the ring." I was like, "You're telling me?"
It sure is, brother.
You're preaching to the choir right there, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you'd be surprised what I can hear in there.
Yeah, man. I was hoping to catch that show too. I'm definitely gonna try and make Justice for Brawl. Work's been crazy busy.
That show was fun. Yeah. What do you do for work?
Yeah. I'm a care coordinator, so basically like a social worker out in Milwaukee County there. So like I'm based out of West Dallas, but I drive like literally fucking everywhere, like Brown Deer, South Milwaukee, etc. But yeah, it's a lot, but it's rewarding.
I'm inside sales for a building supply company. I pretty much just sit in an office, take calls, call people, try and get new business, all that fun stuff. It's a nice job, you know. It's a good 9 to 5.
All right, there you go. As long as you enjoy it and it's not killing you.
Yeah. So what do you do, Big John? I know, like, balancing out with pro wrestling and a family and everything, like that's a lot of demand. So like,
yeah, I mean, my shoot job is even more demanding. It's I work in a boatyard, so I drive the big travel lifts. I drive the forklifts. Right now, since it's winter, we're leading into launch seasons to launch the boats. But right now, I'm like buffing and waxing and doing just tedious things. So right now it's not high impact, but in about a week or two, I'll just be go.
Yeah, I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good, brother. I mean, that's forklift certified. You put that on your mantle. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I got a shirt that says it's around here somewhere.
Hell yeah, for the culture.
Yeah.
So you've been wrestling for 19 years. So good Lord. And in Lucha Libres. So like you said, Gali Lucha Libre. So I'm a little ignorant.
I got a lot of stuff on Gali.
Oh God. So I'm a little ignorant. So where is that?
That's down in Villa Park. At least that's where the training area, and that's where we got our start, was in Villa Park, Illinois. Just outside Chicago. In a little place called the 5-Star Swap Mart. I grew up in Illinois, in Gurnee, or as for everyone outside of Gurnee, Six Flags. I live at Six Flags.
I know Six Flags.
You didn't live in Gurnee?
Yeah,
you didn't live in the big mall?
I chose Six Flags.
That away.
Yeah. There was just a group of stupid kids just wanting to wrestle. You know, we built a ring in my best friend's backyard. All through high school, we would go do backyard shows there, make it as legit as we could. And then, it was at senior year, we got the opportunity to start traveling out to Chicago and getting trained professionally. So, 3 times a week, kids with no money jump into cars and carpool out, and we would train for hours on end.
So Gali,
what was
sorry, go ahead, Pierce.
For you wanting to join wrestling? Obviously, you're probably a fan as a kid. Was there one specific match, or was it one specific person?
Oh man, I'd say I probably fell in love with it. I mean, it was early. Maybe I can't tell you. Like my earliest memory of it was me and my brothers wrestling around in our small living room in the trailer park my mom was in. And it's us 3 wrestling around with John Undertaker and somebody, maybe Brett or someone's on the TV. We're watching Raw, and we're just messing each other up in the living room. And that's probably the earliest memory. And then like just what really cemented it was just kind of, I mean, I don't even think I can't really remember like a moment where I was like, oh yeah, it was just always like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like that is if I ever get the chance. And then, you grow up and you make friends that also love it and like the wrestling that you're watching. And then you all just start doing it in the backyard. And then somehow your best friend at the time's cousin starts dating a wrestler in Chicago and he agrees to train you retarded kids.
So I'm trying to. So Folly trained you then? So were you trained with? Or I might have said it wrong. Folly.
So Carlos, the owner of Gali Lucha.
Gali Lucha, my bad.
Yeah. So it was Mike Matthews, the Angel of Flight. He had agreed to it. One of our buddies knew him, and then he kind of dropped out after a while, and that's when we found out my other buddy's cousin was dating Tony Scarpone. He was a pretty good name in Chicago area for a while. And he agreed to train us. So he took us on then and then brought in Ego and Bryce Benjamin. And then from there we just got trained. I dropped off for a little bit, young, more interested in girls at the time when I'm 18 and stuff, but eventually come back to it. And I decide to go to OVW to train I went down there for about 4 months in 2011.
Okay.
Got trained by Nick Dinsmore. It was really more of a knocking the rust off and getting rolling again and doing everything again more than anything. Yeah. So by the time I was done with that, I come back to Chicago area and straight to Gali Lucha, where I just started training in Lucha with Discovery and all the luchas that they had working there. Taught me a whole bunch on new movements and just really allowing your body to like not absorb as much of an impact. It's because it's a lot of rolls and everything. So it's definitely something that I think every wrestler should learn both. I think every wrestler should learn amateur wrestling too, but you'd be surprised how many people I've gotten in the ring with where I'm like, do you know, like you wrestle in school? And they're like, no. It's like
sweep the leg.
Okay. Yeah.
It's hit them good double legs, bro.
From what we've seen, like you look at the Kurt Angles, you look at the Kendall Grays, all amateurs and Braun Breakers, Brock Lesnar's, people like that.
One of the bigger problems I find with transitioning from amateur wrestling to pro wrestling, like school wrestling, back when I was doing it, it was called you called school wrestling amateur wrestling. You didn't call it by a like Greco-Roman or freestyle. You just said amateur wrestling because that's what people in pro wrestling call it.
Right. Absolutely.
But what I found is like it's hard for wrestlers to transition from that discipline to pro wrestling, because in amateur wrestling you are taught just stay tight and just like aggressive and be like you're basically they just want you to be a ball of muscle that is impenetrable and unmoving. Right, you cannot be like that in pro wrestling. The second you tie up with someone and they're like that, you're like, oh, you're trash. Like, get away from me. I don't want to work with you. What? No, like then that's a big problem with a lot of amateur wrestlers. That's why there's a lot of guys know amateur wrestling, but you don't see a bunch of background like that because it's too hard for them to, especially with punches or something like that. Like that's dangerous. If you can't learn to pull, it gets real dangerous in there.
When I was in high school, I worked at McDonald's for a couple of years, and one of my managers happened to be a professional wrestler. He was on the Sexy Slim Goody, guy named Jason. He worked with JCW, worked in a couple of Wisconsin's independents, and I was like, so I was just like, I asked him, I was like, how do you punch? Like, he's like, lift your chin up, and he hit me with a working punch. He's like, you feel that? I was like, no. He's like, there you go. You know how to pull it?
Yeah. I usually just tell people just to aim. Yeah, I'm right here somewhere. Just I'll sell it. Don't worry.
Do you remember your first match, Big John? Your very first one?
Do you want to remember your first match?
I'm just curious. Like we ain't got to go far with that one. I'm just curious.
Vaguely. So, like, I might have trained and everything in 07 and got ready, but like I never had my actual first match because, like I said, like we trained when we started training in 07, probably about 09. Like it was a couple of years where it was back and forth, back and forth. A couple of guys got put on shows. Again, I was young and stupid and just I wasn't taking it as seriously as I actually do now in terms of learning and wanting to do. I was more. I got other things I want to be doing.
Right. Yeah.
Which first thought, like that's not the mindset I should have had. Why did I get into it? Like it's so stupid looking back. But so when I came back to Chicago from OVW, Carlos, nice enough to book me, great man, put me in with, oh my God, my buddy D. I'm trying to remember his work name, and I can't. It'll come back to me.
Sure.
It's just that was my first pro match, and it was decent. We did fine. We did great. I ended up on the cover, or what's it? The cover? Yeah, it was the front page of the Villa Park newspaper doing a drop kick, which I had a nice drop kick. I will give myself a pat on the back there. I was very athletic drop kick I had. Yeah. But I remember the beginning of the match where D's trying to take care of me and like show me the ropes because he'd been doing it at least 2 years before me, and he's like, "We're gonna get the crowd." So before the match, we're shooting the shit, trying to get the crowd, let them know who's heel, who's face. I'm supposed to be a baby, like a brand new baby face coming in, and he's healing it up. He's doing his heel work and blah blah blah. And he goes to the rope and he's like, "You people, blah blah blah, you should cheer me," blah, right? And I get up there. Like, I'm like, oh, this will be great. I'm going to mock his with a and nothing. Dead silence. And that sticks in my head the most. Like, the match was fine. Like, when we started wrestling, that was fine. But it's just that embarrassment stuck with me.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just going to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I never did that again.
I tried.
Yeah, pretty much. I even remember we turned to each other and we don't like him. He's like, "What the fuck was that?" I don't know, man. Just put me in a corner or something.
Yeah, just give me a chop.
Yeah. I've been pretty lucky. I've been pretty lucky to not really be able to come up with like terrible matches that I can remember. Then again, that's not to say that maybe I haven't. Maybe I was somebody's worse and I just don't realize it. Who knows?
Right.
No one said anything. Right. Hey, no one said nothing.
Yep. Hey, that doesn't help me out though.
No. No,
hey, you're the champ.
I've always come. Nah, I don't care about that. I've always come. Well, I care about it, but I've always come up with the mindset of like, if I've done something, like tell me, because I'm not learning otherwise. If you got something that I need to work on, you tell me, please. Like I'm an open book. Like, please, I need this information. I need to get better. I need to focus. And if I need to change how I'm hitting you because I'm hitting you, tell me.
Yeah, you can't get better if you're not giving constructive criticism.
No, yeah, and that's what we tell our kids that we train to now is the same thing that Tony told us. This group here that you're with, like these are your wrestling family now. If you can't turn to them for honesty, then who the hell can you turn to? So don't surround yourself with yes men. That's not what you want. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people nowadays that just don't want to hear it. You start telling them something, you can just see it in their face. They've checked out, even though they came to you to ask. It doesn't make any. I'll stop immediately. Once I see that face, I'm just like, you did good, and I'll just move on. Because why am I going to waste my breath? I already know you're not listening anymore.
Yeah, makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And then they misconstrue that as you talking shit about them or something. And it's just,
oh yeah, many
it's not
such
the
cases.
case. Nobody wants this. It's the young ones that they don't want to. I know I sound like a old man.
Oh, I mean, hey, yeah, I'm in the same boat with you. If you didn't say it, I was going to say it. So, so like on the note of ambition, like you're talking about as a wrestler and trying to get better. So like, what has kind of been your ambition in being in pro wrestling especially for as long as you have? So like, has the dream always been to like find your spot in kind of like like WWE or like TNA, AEW, like kind of one of the extras, or has it kind of been more like building Midwest?
Early on when we started getting trained, obviously that was everybody's goal was, oh yeah, we're gonna make it WWE. But unfortunately, I'm a realist, and about 2 years in, I'm realizing like I'm 5'10", I'm 180 pounds. Like, unless I start gaining like 50 pounds now, like I'm probably not going to get signed. So I came to that realization pretty early on, and so it made it more. I was able to set more realistic goals. Just kind of, just whatever, basically just what everyone does. Just hone your skill and just be as good as you can for the people that are right here in front of you.
Sure.
Like basically, I just wanted to be someone that anyone could get in the ring with, and then after the match, they'd be like, "Thank you," like, and that's usually what I want too. So it just like the wrestler I want is how I try to be. If that makes any sense. Like, at this point,
I can't remember who said it, but I think the biggest compliment in wrestling is that you are called a good hand. If you can do the job and do it at a level that some people can't even get to, and you're told, that's great.
It's a real good compliment to be like, well, give it to so and so. Like, they could do it. Like, if they're trying to struggle to find someone, like it's there. Like, I'll let you. It was a big shock.
So few people do actually get to WWE. It's the same as the NFL, the NBA. If you can be one of the best wrestlers in the world, but at WWE, you have to be the best. Like, you have to be the best of the best of the best. And same with AEW, because it is, there's no real big leagues, but it's the professional wrestling home. It's but being a good hand and doing everything right and being told, hey, work with this guy, he'll do everything for you. I mean, what more could you want?
Right. Yeah. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, my dog I think is asking to go out. He was just taking my attention away. No, that's right. Like you kind of like you want to be like the Swiss Army knife, kind of like that's the go-to. Like that's somebody has like so with Bruce City, like 3 years ago now. I think I've been there 3 years now. I love it. Their locker room is amazing. Great kids. Everybody is there to be as professional as possible and just put on a great show for the fans in Waukesha. And that's what they try to do every single show. When they brought me in, they booked me against Stacy. And
Stacy Shadows?
Stacy Shadows. They booked me against Stacy Shadows, and I see the flyer, and I'm like, oh, it's a title match. Cool. Like, obviously, I don't have to ask any questions. I'm coming in to do the job, and hey, that's fine with me. I'm nothing if not okay with saying yes to jobbing off. And so, that's my assumption. And I come in, and the day of, I'm going around trying to figure out, this is a little behind the scenes. I'm just trying to figure out what do you want for the night? Like what direction you want. And Frankie looks at me. He goes, "Has no one told you?" I'm like, "You're the only one I've been communicating with, Frankie." He's, "Oh, you're going over tonight. You're getting strapped. This is my debut."
Oh shit!
In Brew City, and I'm like, "You what?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I think it would be great. A big surprise, big good surprise." I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, man. So yeah, that's sometimes, and when I asked JP, he's the one who books for Bruce City. I had asked them like how they landed on me. I was like, how'd you guys even find out about me too? Book like I don't understand. I guess someone in their group like had seen me or knew. So I can't. God, who was it? I gotta ask him again. But it was somebody had thrown my name out there because they had seen me on YouTube or like I've been in the locker room with them or something. So it was pretty nice. This falls under the thing like you carry yourself a certain way and you do a great job in the ring or the best you can. Like people are just going to be like, hey, we want to bring you in for this, and that's I have no idea where I was going with that.
No, I fully get what you're saying. You know, you get told, hey, we're booking you. Hey, it's going to be a title match. You probably are like, oh, all right, I'll lay down that night. That's no problem. I'll make champion look great. And you find out you come in there like, oh, by the way, John up, and you're like, all right, cool, thanks. Like,
yeah, I had no idea.
I'll take that belt.
It's been fun. They trust me enough to, not really. They don't ask me questions or anything. They just book, tell you who's up, and then I mean, if they have anything specific they want, they'll tell you. But otherwise, they just trust you to put your match together. So I'm really happy that they trust me like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it took almost no time to get that trust too. Like it feels good.
It goes to show, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
it pays off. I'm curious. I'm still stuck on this whole thing that you trained in Lucha Libre.
Yeah.
So can I ask? Yeah. So like, do you follow Lucha right now? Like, do you have any like luchadors that you kind of base yourself off of, or like, is there anyone that you base yourself off of when it comes to like how you conduct?
So Mesa Conrad, usually when we were tagging, because we tagged and I was heel for like the first 10 years of my career. And I was mostly tag team with Mesa Conrad, and I was Marcus Conrad. We were the Conrad brothers. We booked in PCW when they were still around, Golly. We did Underground. But he always considered himself Tully and me Arn. So it was more like that dynamic where I'm big, a little more beefy. We were always roughly the same size, but Mason has a great mind and he remembers everything. I have a terrible memory, so it's more just I'm out there being a brute.
Yeah, hey, you got to fill that spot,
So So I love, I watched Arn Anderson growing up, Chris Benoit. I love Angle, but it was mostly before Angle came around. It was Arn, the Four Horsemen, Flair.
Sure.
I always liked watching. I liked watching the big guys too. So like anytime Undertaker was out there, I was like, God, these big ass dudes move.
Yep.
And move well. I always liked Batista. And when Batista came and he was just walking around with Devon as the donation carrier, like I was like, that guy
Deacon Batista
is insane to look at. Like, what the hell? And then when he finally got, like, it was a little rough, obviously, beginning, but he caught his stride and just the charisma and everything in the ring. And he couldn't move as well as some of the other big guys, but like that was always no. So I try to incorporate, like, especially now that I've packed on some size, I'm about 240, 250 now.
There you go.
It's hard for me to, especially with the lucha training too. Like I can move, and people tell me all the time, and I usually downplay it and just like, oh, you can too. It's like, no, I'm starting to really lean into the fact that like I had pretty good time as a kid being athletic. Like I was very athletic, had a trampoline, wrestling. I was self-motivated. I would run and go weightlift and keep my agility high too. So it was a lot of like tendon strength and training and stuff. Flips on the trampoline helped me move now in the ring. Like I attribute a lot of that, my trampoline time, to a lot of what I could do in the ring because nobody expects it. So seeing guys like Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Jericho, Eddie, move and pack on some size and still be able to move and maintain like that. Like I knew I could do it. It's just you got to train like that. So when they offered up the lucha training, I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like I will 100% do that because I know Eddie went down there, and that Eddie's obviously from oh no,
I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah.
So, but we'll keep it rolling. So
okay.
With all the independents that you've been in, it sounds like you kind of did a tour of the Midwest. Like, was there any of these?
Not really. No, there's a lot. You know, my catalog for companies is actually probably smaller than anybody. PCW, golly, I only train in OVW, never worked for them. I would love to work for OVW now.
Yeah, great people over there.
Yeah, great. Like you have to reach out. And when we were coming up, nobody was booking. You know, so I just stopped asking. At some point, I couldn't tell you when. There was just a point where I just got discouraged from asking anybody anything. I was like, Carlos books me. I get in the ring with great talent at Golly because he brings in a good mix of lucha and American style.
Sure, absolutely.
So I was like, I don't really have to travel. Carlos brings in enough different talent that why should I start asking anymore? I'm done asking because nobody wants to book us. And it wasn't just us. We would hear it from other guys too. Like nobody was booking. So really I just stopped, and it's kind of been my same mentality now. Like I'll reach every now and then to see put the feelers out, see if any companies want me. Sometimes I get message, hey,
he's back.
That was so fucking bizarre. My phone literally just shut off. I am so.
There we go. Hello.
We got you.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Am I back?
I can't hear him.
I can hear you. Big John can.
Yeah. One sec.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. Luckily,
no, it's fine. No worries. I thought for sure it was going to be my end, given all the problems.
Yeah, is it my end? Is my end still cooking or no? Testing 1 2.
I still
can
can't
hear
1
you.
2.
I don't think John can.
No, let's see.
Well, this is a first.
Oh, there we go.
We got you.
Oh,
good.
Oh, awesome.
There we go. I don't know.
Thank God.
Maybe I just clicked these 3 buttons down here and then X'd off it, and then you came back. So I don't know.
Excellent.
It must be my
Again,
Yeah.
I literally, you fellas froze up, and then my fucking phone shut off. I swear to Christ, I'm at 82% on my battery. So I don't know what it is. It shouldn't happen again. But we're back. Woo!
So,
no problem.
All right, we'll circle back. So with this kind of staying in that, Illinois, you said you had, sounds like a cup of coffee with OVW training. Where is there anywhere in Wisconsin that you'd want to go? Do you want to do Great Lakes? Have you done Great Lakes? Have you done?
No, Great Lakes. I would love working for Great Lakes. I actually, I had planned to reach out to them last summer, but my body was so, because I had surgery on my knee a couple years ago.
Okay.
And so like getting back into the swing and everything is like, I had planned to reach out to Great Lakes. I want to travel maybe a little more out west, but I got to figure out what companies might be out there.
Trying to think. Hornswoggle's got his company in the Oshkosh.
ACW. I did a couple shows for ACW up in Oshkosh. Yeah, I was living when I lived in Sheboygan, because Crowley's from Sheboygan. When I lived up in Sheboygan, before I came back in 2020, because I left, I got out in 2015 because my body was just, I had to listen to my body. I was hurting all the time. And then every 6 months I was getting like almost major injuries. I blew out this shoulder, blew out a knee, my back. I took a double choke slam one night and my back just it didn't explode, but might as well. I rolled out of the ring and I was like, I don't know what just happened, but I can't breathe. And so it was just a buildup of injuries. So 2020 comes around, I got to get back in the ring, start knocking off some rust. And I have a buddy that knew Dylan, so made a phone call. I got to go roll around with them. He liked me, booked me for a couple shows. So ACW is great too. But yeah, I'm going to be trying to do a couple more things maybe with these last couple years here because I've got a daughter on the way too now. So we got to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I want to be able to move and play.
Yeah.
Later.
Priorities.
Right,
Priorities, man.
So we'll do one last push, and then the wife was telling me, "Oh, she's gonna want to see you wrestle." I was like, I was planning on being done by then.
Yeah. I mean,
so we'll
the
see.
Great Lakes guys are great. I mean,
I see clips, and their venues always look good. It's like not even draw live, but they draw good. But it's always like I like wrestling in interesting venues.
Yeah.
Like bars are always fun. It's more intimate and you have a lot of fun doing it. So I like wrestling like those type of places. And then I just saw one of my favorite breweries up in Sheboygan, Three Sheeps, just did a show. And I was like,
I saw that.
I didn't see anything until they were having the show. I was like, oh, this is a BS.
So last year, Pierce, you remember this one? We went to Brawl at the Beer Hall up at Lakefront Brewery there. I don't know if you happened a chance to see that show, or if you were busy on that week or what. Did you catch that when that was in the area?
Lakefront?
Yeah, the Brawl at the Beer Hall too. It had like Matt Cardona. It had Big Trouble Ben Bishop, Sierra, a couple local folks on there too.
Yeah, that'd be Warrior Wrestling was doing that show.
That's when they announced they were coming back. I think they were still Pro Wrestling Ventures at that time.
Ventures, and then they just brought back the Warrior side. See, we do a hot takes emporium thing. It's where we all give hot takes. One of the things I said last week was that I think we're going to see the big WWE stars in the next 10 years all come from the independents, because it seems like the independents are back on the rise once again.
Oh yeah, you can definitely make money when, like, again, leading back to it, like when I was coming up. It was kind of the wrestling lull between like 10 and like 2018, 2010, 2018. It was just WWE was taking a dive because they didn't know how to write and they were pissing everybody off. And the indies were like, it seemed like the only company in the Chicago area freelance when they started, like they were like the only people drawing decent numbers. Everyone else, it was like, God, we'd be lucky to wrestle in front of 30 people, depending on the show you were on, So it was when I got out in 2015, I was like, yeah, this is probably a good point because this is ridiculous. Like breaking my body apart and usually my mindset is, 3 people or 300 people, I'm going to go give a show. But when you're beat up and your body's just telling you to stop, like I'll take any excuse I can get. And wrestling in front of 30 people was pretty helpful in my decision to step back a little bit,
Right.
But I definitely, the Great Lakes and the Warrior always, ever since I've seen them, they always draw pretty good, and their shows are wild.
The guy who runs it, Steve Tortorello, he's a great dude. He knows how to book, man.
Nice.
And same with David Hero. David Hero, we're gonna hopefully have him and Cal on the show pretty soon.
Nice.
So like both those guys are very good at what they do. So I gotta check out a Bruce City show. You said there was
come out, man. It's gonna be April 11th. April 11th in Waukesha at the. Give me 1 second. At the Elks Lodge 400 in Waukesha. Like you literally just type in Elks Lodge 400. I'm sure it'll bring you there.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
That one on the 11th, and then actually another. I don't know if I know Bruce City's booking it, but I don't know if they go under Bruce City or what, because it's not usually part of their main like story shows. But I'll be in Sheboygan 2 weeks after that.
Okay. I got a
home show for me.
who I've taken to when ACW does like the Freak Toys summer thing where they just have a ring in the middle of the road. I took him to that, and it was his first show ever, and he's like, I get it. Like, this is awesome. It also helped that they had Colt Cabana there, and he was having kids chunk.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just hilarious to watch. So,
Festivals are probably, in terms of enjoyment and fun, festivals. It's festivals. You can do whatever you want. Like, you got to take it serious, but at the same time, like, it's the least serious you can be.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And have a great time. Because, it's all I'm about right now is just having fun. As long as I'm still having fun, I'm still going to get in there.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny. You mentioned that. I think that was the first time I actually saw Brew City Wrestling was at Summerfest, I want to say. Were you guys at Summerfest or was it State Fair?
They do Summerfest, and I've been trying to. That's actually, I hit them up before they booked me for Stacy Shadows. The year before, I had hit up JP, and I was like, do you guys need anybody for Summerfest? Because selfishly, I want to be on a show at Summerfest.
Oh, hell yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Because the year before I saw them, and I knew a couple of the guys, and I'm there just as a Summerfest participant, and I see the ring, and I'm like, get out of here. And then I see a couple of guys I know, and I walk up, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, who's running this? And how do I get in? They're like, well, obviously not now. I was like, well, duh. Yeah. So, the year before, I had asked them if they're all booked up or not. They were already all booked up. They had this stuff pretty solidified a couple months in advance. But this year, I'm on top of JP this year, asking him all the questions about any festivals or anything.
Nice.
So, the Sheboygan one, I told him at the beginning of the year, I was like, are you guys going to Sheboygan this year? He was like, yeah, probably. I was like, keep me in mind.
Oh yeah, man.
Camp there.
So hopefully I can do Summerfest this year. That would be awesome.
I'll be there.
I'll try for all weekend. Like, don't just have me one day. I want the whole thing.
Yeah, you're the champ. Champ's rules.
I know, right? Hopefully you think so.
So you are the Brew City Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. So that's kind of the echelon, at least within the organization. So as far as now, it sounds like you're kind of a little bit everywhere. So I guess with wrestling, and I know you mentioned listening to your body. I know there's things that you balance with pro wrestling, right? Like you've got your job, you've got your family and those commitments. So is there anything within wrestling? I guess it's a two-parter. So firstly, how is that balancing everything? And I guess secondly with wrestling, because right, I figure amongst work and family and wrestling, there's priorities, right? Wrestling, is there one big goal that you want to accomplish for yourself? And maybe I say big, maybe not the most apt operative term, but what's is there one goal in wrestling you still want to accomplish before you hang up the boots, shall we say?
Yeah, I just want to be able to pick my last opponent. Who I want to go out on. It's either it'll be Mason Conrad or it'll be Bryce Benjamin.
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah. It's one of them. I already asked Bryce. He's down. So maybe I'll just do both of them. He's triple threat or one show do Mason and the other show with Sean or something. But at this point, that's pretty much my only real goal. Other than that, just have fun and let the crowd have fun and not just give them something to watch, if that makes sense. I like getting the guy, the kids involved and letting them know, hey, I see you. I'll interact with you. It's a part of it. It's everything I wanted as a kid. When I was coming up, I try to keep that in the back of my head. So that's really more important to me.
Well, if you ever need a guest introduction guy, I guess you could call me one time. I did a pretty good job.
Oh yeah.
We were at Blizzard Brawl last year for Great Lakes, and they had guest managers come walk the guys to the ring, and I was telling Brandon, I was like, man, hopefully if we I have a good friendship with Dave and Cal at this point, but I was like, maybe this year, get in there and walk some people to the ring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd be happy to stand ringside and heckle. Like, I mean, admittedly, I'm just like, I thought about it because you always hear the DDP story of like, oh, he started at 35 and look at where he went, right? Like, and I mean, I'm 36 now, but I'm like, like I work in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Batista as well.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm just like, hell, like it's in Cudahy. I don't work that far from there. Like the Thumper's Den is open, right? So like part of me is just like, yeah, maybe I'll crank out a match before I'm 40. You know what I mean? Like it's already enough to balance that with like grad school and the job and other things. But like that was my dream, right? Like be a pro wrestler. I was going to go.
You ever get trained or anything?
Dojo. Me? No, not formally. No.
If you ever want to come roll,
fucking A, brother.
More than welcome. I'm for it.
I'm gonna need
Both
a video of that first bump.
I'll take a bump and a chop.
It's always the worst.
I'll come down and take some chops. I think if I was good at anything in wrestling, I think I have the gift of gab. I'm a good orator. I think I'd be a good commentator, a good manager. Like,
there you go.
If I could do anything in wrestling, I'd want to do one of those two.
Manage someone that works. Yeah. I mean, you get the best of both worlds. You get to be out there, entertain, and I mean, every now and then you get hit. Just depends on how the night's going to go, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Something to consider, Pierce.
Yeah. Yep.
We kind of laid it out there.
But I think that pretty much does it for the interview portion of this. So let's get talking about some manias before we send us home.
Yeah.
I like talking WrestleMania. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season.
3 weeks out.
Yeah. Yeah, and the prices still aren't.
Oh, they're doing it late this year, huh?
Yeah, it's a late one. Yeah.
Last year we went last year. We all went Mania 40, and then we went last year as well. And it was about this time last year as well. And it just felt weird because then they had Backlash like 2 weeks later, and then they had another event. Then they had another event. It's like it was just way too spread thin because my eyes, they're doing the week-to-week television. How can you really tell a compelling story in that 2 weeks unless it's something like
They might be trying, because I've noticed that too. They're pushing in these pay-per-views, and then like you just said, like 2 weeks later, there's like another major pay-per-view happening. And I think my understanding from their new schedule and everything, like these guys aren't doing really house shows anymore.
It's like 60
No,
days.
they're not.
Yeah, and that's where like they used to make a lot of their money, was the house shows and the merch sales and everything. And since they're not really doing house shows anymore, I think they decided like, well, then we'll just add another big show during the month or something. And it kind of burns you out too, because I mean, how many big shows are you going to have? Like just once a month is fine.
Yep.
Right. Well, you got to value your house shows too. Like everyone knows that's where you get to experiment. And like before you bring shit under the bright lights, like fans catch a wind of something you do, in like some podunk town or whatever. And then the people are like, oh yeah, that might work. So get your reps in, but hopefully they learn. True. I mean, if you got Cody Rhodes going on record saying that that's something they should kind of go back to, then you hope somebody's listening, right? But
I don't think the 300 dates a year is something they should do again, but keep it at 50. Keep it like so they get their breaks in there so their body can heal, but also keep them ready to go for the bigger shows. And then, I'm a mark, so what the hell do I know?
Yeah, it definitely lessens the risk of injury, but it'll also, I mean, just speaking from experience, because right now I'm about once a month right now for shows. And I'll tell you right now, I wish I was doing at least like 2 or 3 shows a month, because after one show, like I'm hurting for a week. And that is a big problem.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to keep yourself primed. Yeah, you got to keep your body going like that. And so it's just, they're just trying to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah. Right. Speaking of stuff we're trying to figure out, so you might have heard, and this is part of maybe why you're here, Big John, because we're trying to figure out the best Mania of all time. Now, I mentioned you a little earlier that this might be kind of more your wheelhouse, these next ones, mine too, because we're looking at a lot of like, late Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression era. We have some more that's more contemporary too, right? But we're kind of breaking into our Sweet 16. So we've gotten past all the initial rounds as of last week. So now we're taking the winners of our previous rounds in the bracket and we're inching them forward. And we're going to keep this going out through April. So we'll get to a winner some point by the end of this month. But taking a look today, we got WrestleMania 17 versus WrestleMania 18.
Well, what won last week? Let's start there. What won last week?
Oh, you're right.
About that.
Yeah, so
back forward, we don't know what won.
Yeah, no, so this will kind of fill us out. So, and I'm going to get a nice graphic about this too. I did promise that. We get to shrink it a little bit, but I got to really put my graphic design skills to use. Last week we had WrestleMania 31 versus 25. So it looked like WrestleMania 31 won that pretty handily. And not going to lie, it was well deserved. Looking back here, so we also had Mania's 28 and 26. I'm trying to recall. I did know this off the top, but like
I think 28 won.
28 did win that one. Yeah, I think you're correct on that. And then between 23 and 30, it was 30. So 30 is moving on. And then between WrestleMania's 24 and 21, it actually looked like 20. I'll have to proofread it, but like it looked like 24. I think 24 won surprisingly because 21 was actually probably one of my favorite. I said it last week. 21 was one of my favorite Manias for a while.
Both picked it over 24, and I was so
21 had one of the most iconic like commercials ever.
Oh yeah,
there were several iconic commercials.
If we were basing it on like
the greatest vignettes,
that'd probably be the one that wins. That or 17.
Yeah,
but like
17 was great.
Those are great. But what do we got this week, Brandon, for the start of the Sweet 16?
Well, I mean, like as I was saying, speaking of great, we got WrestleMania X7, which we did cover on this day, and we also have WrestleMania X8, which came a year after that in Donnie's hometown of Toronto. Hogan Rock, later followed by Triple H and Chris Jericho. Why we decided that was the way to go, who knows? Maybe Triple H knows.
Hey, he wanted the champ to go on last. I think it's a pretty known story. It just can't follow literally the most like sports entertainment match of all time that's not Hogan Andre.
Yeah, Hogan hit the leg drop. He beat Andre with that move. He beat Andre the Giant with that move. It was a great call from JR. So thinking back on that, so I mean, we did talk a lot about WrestleMania 17 and the great things that made it up. So like I always think of like obviously Angle and Benoit, right? Like that was a great technical match. The whole shebang with the McMahons, TLC,
gimmick battle royal, man.
Yeah, Cheeky Baby.
That was something.
Cheeky Baby.
With the Persian clubs.
Can't take a bump, so he just wins.
Greatest
thing ever.
Yeah, and then Austin Rock, like we said, with one of the more infamous heel turns of all time in pro wrestling. That going up against, like we said, WrestleMania 18, which featured Austin and Rock, but Rock kind of I think got
Austin Rock. It featured
it featured them. It featured Austin and Rock, but in separate roles. So like Rock, I was about to say, clearly got the better end of that deal, facing Hogan, and then
Scott Hall Austin match is whatever, but that ending with the double stunner where Hall takes it and just kind of flies backwards 10 feet.
That's one of the best sells for the stunner. Like anytime somebody tries to do that, like that's how I try to sell.
It was iconic, man. One of the high spots, unfortunately, like, man, when you think about Scott Hall and what he could have been, like if he had beat his demons, like you think about what he could have been for the WWF at the time, even like when he came back in 2002. In Milwaukee, no less, in No Way Out.
NWO and NWO.
Yeah, it was a good time. WrestleMania. What else did happen at X8?
Booker T and Edge fought over a fake shampoo.
Yeah, and Tajiri directed the commercial. I was like, oh, okay.
There was the hardcore title just through line throughout the show that was quite fun. But like I think we're all kind of in agreement that X7 clears it pretty easily.
I'll tell you what, 8, I think 8 was also APA versus Right to Censor.
Yeah, that was 17. That was APA.
Was that 17? Okay.
Versus the Right to Censor and the
never mind. That was the wrong one. Never mind.
But like, if you look at it, it's a one-match show versus a show that has everything that you want. So it's as good as 18 is, which it does have a lot of good moments. X7 is great. So
yeah, I think that's pretty undisputed. I mean,
yeah. 17 is probably one of my favorites. On top of 14. 14. It's actually probably the biggest one that stands out. Austin Michaels with
Tyson.
Oh my God, Mike Tyson as the ref. Like that's one of them. That's usually what stands out in my head as a WrestleMania. Like that whole card. Undertaker versus
I think that was
Kane,
Undertaker Kane one.
Was it Undertaker Kane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's the one where he had to beat him with 3 tombstones.
Yep.
Kane just would not die.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Oh yeah.
Sean was on his way out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was after he lost the smile, was he not? Or that was before the
year after the smile was
after.
Yeah.
Brett was
gone. Yeah, he wasn't smiling. Yeah, Sean wasn't smiling at the end of that.
This would be post screw job.
Sean was smiling at the end of our next WrestleMania, though. So I think we can all agree, like we said, that 17 pretty much clears out 18. Yeah. We'll put that to poll. Let you, the people, with your people power.
Stop quoting John Laurinaitis.
it's right there, Pierce. Damn. Speaking of right here, and speaking of Michaels smiling, at the end of this one, WrestleMania 19 is next on the bracket, going up against what I took a double check at, and this is a very close one. I had to actually go over this again because I was kind of second guessing. So WrestleMania 20, it looked like by maybe 1. And I think that was by like me and Pete and that, like when we were doing our 3-way. I think that was the one that kind of sent it over, but polls in all around the social media universe made it like pretty much even heat. So, but 20, I think just barely edged. Nevertheless, 19, comparing 19 to 20. So yeah, man, like we had a pretty good triple threat match for the women's championship and Trish and Victoria and Jazz. We had Jericho and Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels won this match. Questionable. Great match.
I would say Michaels probably should have won, but Jericho got his heat back almost immediately at the end of the match. So it worked out.
I mean, sure.
It worked out well for both men.
Yeah.
As long as that's how it worked out, that's all you can ask for. But yeah, you had, speaking of things working out for both men, didn't work out so well for Booker T when he lost to Triple H. And we've been over that decision, I think, numerous times on this podcast, but fucking A, dude. Like, I
watched that match back, and it, because I just watched that last week.
Okay.
Watching it, just in terms of how the match was going, it looked like they were decking each other.
I mean, I don't think Booker was trying to hold anything. Yeah. No, for reasons we can probably only assume, right? But
yeah,
brother,
there were definitely a lot of fucking potatoes thrown.
Speaking of Jericho, it's not April Fool's. He showed up on Dynamite.
Oh, damn it!
He's back.
No, that's
really?
it. Now it's ruined. Fuck. Well, he'll write out his contract and he'll be back in the E, I'm sure, before long.
He'll probably come back for a whole.
Did he ever go to TNA? I don't think he ever went to TNA, did he?
No, Jericho was never a TNA guy.
Might show up at TNA first with the deal they have going on with WWE.
Maybe.
Might happen.
He's got one more stop for a nationally televised wrestling show. And
yeah, you're
that's
true.
The only one he hasn't been on. He showed up in ROH. He showed up. He did AEW. This is really the only one he's got left. So
yeah, he did ECW.
ECW, WCW.
Yeah, ECW, Japan, New Japan.
Yep. ROH.
CMLL back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't think Did he do AAA?
No, but if TNA were in the cards for him, then I mean, even if he were WWE, he could probably do TNA and AAA.
Yeah, he could go to AAA. Yeah, because of
Yeah.
I mean,
you never know with him. You never know.
Yeah, Chris, and that's fine. Chris can do what Chris will do. I guess, yeah. So, I knew it was coming, but
focus back. Sorry for the
sorry.
No, thanks for nearly. I had to collect myself. I had to collect myself there. Oh man. Let's see here. Hogan McMahon. You know, that was what it was.
It should not have been as good as it was. It had
it was
that good.
Yeah,
it was. Old man brawl
making about Hulk Hogan having testified in a steroid trial that McMahon. That's your story. Okay.
And then McMahon comes out juiced to the gills.
Oh Christ! Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, it seems kind of. I'd say it's ironic, but really. I'd say it's ironic, but really.
CEO that's this jacked. Are you kidding me? I'm not on the gas.
Yeah. Right. Oh, Vinny. Yeah. He got referenced very like tongue in cheekly on Monday Night Raw, kind of raise an eyebrow
in a comment that like was supposed to be mean, but is really like a very good compliment to Stephanie. You're nothing like your father. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rumor is he's trying to buy it back with some Saudi investors.
I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I hope not either, like for multiple reasons. But
as much as I dislike the TKO influence on the product, Vince influence is much worse. Consistently.
Right.
I'm more worried about the Saudi influence.
I mean, it all is troublesome, right? It's a recipe for disaster.
All right.
But
about Brock and him almost dying.
No.
Wait, what? Did this become an AEW show? What? With
Brock
Ospreay?
almost died in his match with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 19.
Oh, you talking about
I thought you said Pac.
No, Brock.
Oh, I heard Pac. I'm like, I know he had a match with us.
Really scary finish.
Yes. Yeah. But definitely a good cap on Brock's rookie year. Like definitely a good high point. And again, looking back, like it's crazy to think how much he had done. But all of that was in the course of a single year. Like he main evented WrestleMania his very first year, won the championship against Kurt Angle, arguably one of the best ever. And
that was year one where he did the shooting star and laid it on his head.
Yeah, within his first year.
That was the first year?
Within his rookie year, did everything. The Rumble, King of the
he
Ring,
did so much that year.
Rock, killed Hogan, beat Angle. Like, just nobody's ever going to have a year like that again. I don't think.
Yeah, that's
Oba stands a chance at it, but like we'll see how Oba's go.
He has to.
Yep, I agree with that.
Brock is all. I have a feeling Brock's all about putting him over.
Yeah, I see it too.
He's out there. He's having a good time. Yeah, he's having a good time doing it.
When Brock cares, nobody better.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, he'll take care of you. On that note, transitioning into people that Brock, takes care of and doesn't take care of. He had a match at WrestleMania 20, which, going head to head with WrestleMania 19 for the sake of our bracket here. Not the strongest spot on that card, definitely not. But I was a kid, I was marking out. I was like, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, sign me up 20 times over for that shit.
Oh my God. I think me and my friends, because every year we would go over to my buddy's house and just fill up his living room and watch. And I think we were all watching and just hoping it was at least good, but we knew both of them were on their way out.
Yeah.
So they're going to phone it in. And you could tell from go, we were like, they threw Austin in here to try to save it because this is not good.
Yeah, but they fixed it 10 plus years later. That WrestleMania 33 match.
I'm glad they actually got their redemption and did it the right way.
Yeah. What else do we have here? Cena winning his first title against Show. That was a high point. FU and him for the first time to win the U.S. title for the first time. Guerrero Angle was a classic. Taker Kane. I marked like a motherfucker for like Dead Man Undertaker to come back with that hybrid shit where he dominated the 2000s and I believe the early 2010s too. That weird kind of like hybrid zombie, that like zombie MMA style that he had going on. I was like, it worked.
He never really had he had like the classic with Shawn in the 90s, but if you look at his 90s and early 2000s career, until Brock came along, he didn't really have like a defining match. And then 2004 to 2013, it was just banger, 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 banger.
Well, look who was on the roster. There was just a bunch of superstars. Like, I mean, you call all the superstars WWE superstar, but no, like from 2000 through, about like what, 2013, 2010, 2013, somewhere around there. Like, it's literally like the people on the roster. You could make you get to cut half of them, put them to another company, and that company would still be going right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's insane, the amount of talent.
Seems like, I don't mean to go off the topic, Brandon, but like, it seems like we're kind of seeing that now because you got Punk going at the end of his career. Roman's probably not going to be long. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, like all these guys at the top of the card are, I think all the male champions right now for WWE are in their 40s. Well, not anymore because the tag title switched, but like you look now, you got the Trick Williams, you got the Ope-Ehs, you got Penta, or not Penta, but Dirty Dom. You got all these young, hungry dudes that I think next year is going to be that WrestleMania 21-esque WrestleMania. Well, I don't know because but like
you'd hope someone starts stepping up because I mean it's gotten to the point now where even Roman is now in interviews. You think back 10 years, I can't remember exactly who it was, but they were making the big stink like we need to start making stars. You guys aren't making superstars. Like we can't just be relying on our vets because like we can't go that long. Mm-hmm. But now it's Roman is the one. I heard like 2 weeks ago he was in some podcast or some interview. He's repeating the same thing, even though he was the young kid taking offense to what was being said 10, 12 years ago. Now he's the one being like, got to make stars. There's no stars right now. There's no star power. So it's always
in waiting.
It's always those times. Mm-hmm.
This is the time for that consistent revolving door to change because Roman is going to be gone. I guarantee he's going to be a Hollywood superstar. CM Punk's 47, and even though his 10-year break definitely added some bumps to his bump card, we're gonna Ope-Eh, Trick Williams, Braun Breaker, Javon, like those four, Dirty Dom, like all these people in waiting, ready to go that are
Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, right?
Like, I would not be shocked if Ope-Eh is world champion by SummerSlam. Genuinely.
Oh yeah,
he beats Brock to the moon.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if Brock tries to use that as a way out because I know Brock probably doesn't want to go out the old chop way. So
he will.
Well,
I don't think he's. Brock's got pretty good say on how he's going to get booked. I think so. I don't think he's going to want Gunther ending his stuff.
If there's one match I think everybody wants for Brock in this last,
it's not about what everybody wants. It's about what Brock wants.
Yeah, but Brock's smart enough to also like, okay, maybe I got to take one for the team. But he also is.
Well, that's where Oba comes in. Oba is the logic. I'm sorry, but logically, the power behind him and the crowd and just the buzz behind Oba is so much more than him getting in there with Gunther.
That's fair.
To take chops.
And chokes.
Fair.
Yeah.
But
he's definitely not going down with a sleeper hold.
I mean, there's definitely a lot more to no.
I'm coming at this from the fan and highly critical position as a fan, just being like, no, absolutely not. I do not want to fucking see that. I want to see him put Oba over, and I want to see Oba get his spot and get his shot.
I feel like we could spend like a whole ep talking about like the future stars of WWE and what that could look like. But like one thing I'll say about Oba, is that like he's changed a lot of conversations. Like there are a lot of people who are like Braun Breaker, definitively the star of the future, no doubt. Face of the company, he's got the tools. And Braun very well still could, but I feel like when Oba entered the scene, I feel like with the second they gave him that main roster presentation and he comes out with the Flames coming out number 1 in the Rumble, I think it changed a lot of people's perspective, like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Oba's the fucking guy.
Braun
You didn't have to see
will get his shine. Like, we're in for like the freak athlete era of WWE, and when you have a dude who can run the ropes as fast and fucking move the ring while running the ropes, Braun will be fine. He will be worth.
I'm sure he will.
All these guys will get their shine for sure. But anyway, WrestleMania 20 versus WrestleMania 19. We didn't talk about the main event of WrestleMania 20. Obviously, that's Redacted, aka Chris Benoit, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, great match, and then that kind of a haunting image to end that show. But like, just because there's that shadow over 20, I'm gonna pick 19. I do think 19 is genuinely the better show, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hallmarked 20 as kind of like, it's always the decennial or the decennial WrestleManias that deliver, right? Like 10, 20, 30, 40, all like, milestone manias. I personally like 19 a bit better. I'm a Brock mark. I'm a Kurt mark. There were a lot of other good matches besides. It was an overall great show at Safeco. But I would say I would edge it over 20. 20 had a lot of great in it too, but I think that 19 edged it over. I don't know. How about you thinking? Big John, what do you think?
I specifically remember being disappointed with 20. I mean, it's in Chicago, hometown. Me and my friends were at the house watching. 20 was in Chicago.
20 was Madison Square Garden, though, wasn't it?
20 was MSG. 22 was Chicago.
Or was it 21? Oh, 22. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's similar colors.
For some reason,
yeah.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm on the wrong Mania then.
All good, brother.
I'm on the wrong Mania. No, I like. I have to go with 20 or 19 because 19. Unfortunately, I'm a huge wrestling fan of Benoit. And a lot of his strikes and everything I took from like the intensity of him in the ring and everything. And like, I take a lot from that. I mean, obviously it's terrible what he did, what ended up happening and everything. But just in my head, I have a way better memory of just feeling way happier at the end of that one, especially when Eddie comes out, confetti's dropping, all that. I think I enjoyed 19 a little more. But I do like Brock and Angle. That match was a banger. Especially, I love watching Angle too. Then it's the same when Benoit and Angle would get in there too. They just beat the hell out of each other. And it was you're just watching two guys give it everything, which you don't see even back then. Like, you didn't see it often, but when they got out there and they were throwing their punches and they were throwing their hits, like, they're coming at you and you better be ready.
It was, they were big there's sports entertainment and there's pro wrestling. There is a difference. And they were showing that pro wrestling fucking mattered.
Yeah. But I'll take 19, but I think 20 wins.
That's fair. Let's take a look-see. Little bit of bias that might come from the next one. WrestleMania 40 versus WrestleMania 38. So, don't know if you knew this about us, Big John, but Pierce and I, we actually, along with Donnie, we all met over WrestleMania 40 weekend. To keep a story short, we all did meet and greets. Yeah, we were at the tailgate outside the stadium there, outside Lincoln Financial. And we were just tossing back some Yinglings. We met Kurt Angle. We met Mandy. Well, you guys met Mandy Rose, I think.
I had a glance of like a hi, how you doing? They got a picture with her, but like, just to
we were
shows 40. I mean, it's the third or fourth 2-night Mania, and it's the first Mania where the main event of night 1 factors into night 2. And you get The Rock coming back and becoming the final boss. You get Cody finishing the story. I don't want to take up too much of your time, John. We're about an hour and a half in.
No, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
The only real, like, you had, let's see, I'm trying to think. You had Bailey and Io. You had Becky and Rhea. everything on this show delivered. The only thing that was a real stinker was Jimmy and Jay. But once again, like, I don't look at that. Like, the match was whatever, but like that promo leading into that match is one of the best promos that they've done. So it's a top tier Mania in my eyes, and being there definitely helps.
They also, I like that in recent years, especially for that one, like the vignettes, they've been bringing back more and more of better vignettes building up to these matches. Which has been very entertaining and very nostalgic for me because they stopped doing it for so long. And I think they took away from a lot of the hype on everything that they would do.
Absolutely.
So bringing back those vignettes has been nice.
Yeah, definitely put a lot more effort into it. I will say that for sure. WrestleMania 40, terrific. Best 10-minute ending of any WrestleMania that I've ever seen.
It's the most Avengers Assemble Endgame thing you'll ever see in wrestling.
Yeah. And then we're comparing that to WrestleMania 38. You had Cody Rhodes coming back to the company. You had Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey. You had Kevin Owens fulfilling the boyhood dream, getting a main event against Stone Cold Steve Austin in Texas.
That was probably my favorite match on the card.
It was a very nice throwback, man. Like, Austin came out
having a match.
Guns blazing. Hell
Serious?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't make sense, but he came out and he still fucking had it. And took it up and wrestled 20 years.
Right.
I didn't expect them to go as long as they did. And just when they just kept going, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I kept joking, but I was like, Austin's gonna pass out. He's just gonna drop. He's just gonna drop. Like, he's a monster. He's a machine. He just keeps going.
Yeah, he was really giving it. It was awesome too, and I couldn't imagine being Kevin Owens in that moment. That must have felt surreal.
Oh my god, yeah, lucky.
Yeah, right. What else we have? Knoxville, Sami Zayn, great comedy match. Edge, AJ Styles actually went. That was a long ass match, but actually, you figure those two guys definitely also great time. Pat McAfee, Austin Theory, and then of course Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. It surprisingly was not their final match, but it was when Roman unified the Universal and WWE championships to become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, as he would remain for another 2 years to WrestleMania 40.
It's 40. I don't think it's particularly close in my eyes. Big John, what are you thinking?
Man. Yeah. I think I have to go with 40.
I mean, there's a little bit of bias on my end, and by a little, I mean a lot. But WrestleMania 40, that's something I was going to remember.
Show definitely skews you one way because everybody else I think it was a shit show, but if you're there in person, there's a hype. So
right,
yes.
Yeah, oh yeah,
yeah. It was a great time all around. 40 is going to probably always be tops in my book. First Mania I ever went to, best Mania I'll probably ever go to. So
I still haven't been to one, so one of these days I'll get out there.
They're a lot of fun
at some point.
Yeah, got to give her.
Looks like it. It's just spending all that money.
Yeah, trust me. We'll get into that with this next one. Not very long, but I'll tell you because we went to. Pierce had said it earlier. I believe we went to WrestleMania 41. That's one of the next ones in our comparison against WrestleMania 39. Donnie went to 39. We all went to 41 last year in Vegas, and you talk about spending money, brother. $30 for some Johnny Rocket. I'm like, wow, but it's Vegas, so
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a good time though. Mania 41. They had some. It was kind of up and down, right? Like you had some oddities in there. Like you had like the War Raiders and New Day, which is a great match on paper, but it was a very raw, coded match. Like it just didn't feel like it belonged.
It was there.
It was there, right? And then you have others, like you have the Women's Triple Threat, which opened night 2, which was fucking tremendous with Bianca and Io and Rhea.
Greatest women's match.
Yeah, that was highly entertaining.
Yep, and then you had
actually. Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. I have to go.
Oh, you gotta go?
I gotta put my son to sleep.
All right.
Oh yeah. Well, all right. Well, hey, thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, thank you guys for having me.
I'll try and make
Yeah.
it next Saturday. I think I am a free
Come
day,
out.
so.
See you guys at Brew City. Have a beer.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be seeing you, big guy.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right.
You too.
Yeah, you as well, brother. All right. So that leaves us. So, I mean, what do you think, Pierce? Like, we were at 41. We talked about.
I don't think we need to discuss this, man. It's as much as I loved being there for 41, 39 is in the top 3 manias of all time.
I mean, categorically, that's true. Do we want to just want to call it 39?
Do you want to discuss, or do you have a?
I mean,
towards 41.
No. Oh, not necessarily. I mean, 41 was a good time down in the desert with you fellas.
A great time, and we cannot take that away from it. But if we're looking bell to bell, 39 clears it twice.
Yeah, we're not rating it on feels and vibes from our own personal inventories. I understand. It was a great
39.
Yeah, 39. The Snoop Dogg and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
Rey Mysterio whipping Dominic.
What more could you want?
I mean, I can think of a couple of things, maybe. But it was a great time. It was a great pay-per-view. This was a great time. We have rounded out that first round of our Sweet 16. We're going to put it to the polls, to you, the fans, the listeners, who were riding along with us on, my goodness, this went a little bit. I think it was a great time, this show.
Thank you
didn't expect it to go an hour and a half.
John, for Joining us.
Jon Crowley.
I believe I am free next Saturday, so I will try and buy a ticket and come out. So
yeah, likewise. I am well overdue for a Brew City wrestling show. They're always a fun time. The Elks Lodge is a great time. It's that good old little Wisconsin atmosphere. You know what I mean? In a wrestling ring.
Independent show. So
yes, betcha.
Next week we gotta confirm, but I believe a man who is 6'12", a quarter of a metric ton, beat Matt Cardona, is currently in a little faction with the most marketable Richard Holiday. Big Trouble Ben Bishop will be joining us. We will have a little interview with him, talk about his career, and then continue the Mania bracket.
Man, what we've just so many big guys on this podcast this month already. It's a Big John. There's a Big Trouble Ben Bishop.
Big Jim from Stash Club will join us too.
Oh shit! Yeah, we gotta see about that, Jimmy. That'll be exciting.
Of course, our boy Pluggo will be joining us later in the month as well, and hopefully Donnie will join us as well. We're trying to.
Donnie better be joining.
Get that figured out, but that about does it for tonight. So this is your favorite podcast saying thanks for stopping into the Ope 3-Way. Have a beer on us, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.